23. The tagline is, first it takes hold of your mind, then it takes over your life, and then you start to fall asleep and think, why am I here? So the story is, it is a dopey numerical thriller, which desperately wants to be 7 times 3, but as anyone knows, that's not 23. Jim Carrey is a harmless dog catcher, stay with me, who comes across a manuscript for a book called The Number 23. The manuscript is written by somebody called Topsy Kretz. Now, this is a Louis...
Crazy name, crazy guy.
Crazy name, crazy guy. And this is an Angel Heart Louis Cypher alert here, okay? If, when somebody says, oh, look, it's written by Topsy Kretz, you don't go... yeah, thank you, I'm there. Well, you still have to wait a whole hour before somebody says, have you not noticed what Topsy Kretz sounds like? You're looking at me... Okay, do the Louis Cypher one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Topsy Kretz.
Oh, I see.
Honestly.
Top secrets.
Thank you. You've not been eating bananas, have you? You've got to get your, is it ginkgo? That's the stuff you eat, isn't it? The stuff that makes your neurons fire better. Anyway, so the book describes the adventures of this guy.
It's clearly already above me, this film.
It is, absolutely. You're going to really enjoy it. When the thing is revealed, you're going to go, it was him all along.
I've always loved Jim Carrey.
So, the detective who becomes obsessed with the number 23 and then becomes involved in sex and violence and stuff, all 23 related. The Jim Carrey character starts to believe that in fact the book is all about him, and he becomes obsessed with the number 23. And in order to explain why it is the number 23 is so important, he goes to see Danny Houston, who is officially cast in the Basil Exposition role. The number 23 is apparently the 23rd project from director Joel Schumacher.
It's not.
Right, if we're going to play that game, Schumacher means shoemaker. And shoemakers are cobblers. And listeners are invited to insert a cheap gag of their choice here, okay? It is one of those things in which Joel Schumacher, who just does, style with no substance. Every film he makes is just like, look, it's air-blown shirts and hair and stuff going on, but there's nothing behind it. So, Jim Carrey, who is clearly really thinks that what he has here is an incredible psychological thriller about the, Kabbalistic claptrap number 20, takes the whole thing dead seriously. And Joel Schumacher behaves like he's taking the whole thing dead seriously. And after, guess what, 23 minutes, the audience starts to go, I'm sorry, is this going to go on? Is you really going to do that? Top Secrets 23? I know who did it. You've seen Angel Heart, right?
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, you remember who did it in Angel Heart?
Oh.
Well, it's that.
It's not, is it? It's the ghost.
Yeah, exactly. It's just all over the place. Virginia Madsen does her very best to inject some sort of form of dignity into a role which originally was going to Elizabeth Shue. And I mean, Jim Carrey, he's nothing like as annoying as he used to be.
I was going to say, which Jim Carrey do we have?
It's not Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 2, which you and I suffered together and was absolutely terrible.
The Truman Show? That's
No, it's not as good as The Truman Show. And there are some things in which Jim Carrey, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, he demonstrated that he can do this. But I think the problem is that Jim Carrey has it in his head that what he's making here is a dark version of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. He's not. He's making a really stupid, silly thriller about the number 23, and you know what? It's not that interesting. It's like the number 23 bus. No, it's how threatened am I by the numerological coincidence of 23? That would be not threatened at all.
I wonder if the number 23 bus, if the route that it takes,
yes,
actually is more interesting than the movie.
I think it probably is. But it is one of those things in which you just think, I'm sorry, you need to have a better idea to make this last at all. Virginia Madsen really is trying very, very hard. And I mean, I really like Virginia Madsen. Ever since Sideways, she's had a real career comeback. When you think about how good she was in Candyman, I mean, she held Candyman together, which is one of those really sort of great, interesting horror movies. And yet, in this, nothing can make you do anything other than want to... I think one of the reviews of it said, you want to slap Jim Carrey 23 times. And you know what? It's a cheap shot, but hey, it's on the money.